you have to accept that, therefore, in relation to the whole of that land, the applicant will have to show a compelling case of the public interest in compulsory acquisition. Yes?
Correct.
Okay. Paragraph 9. No, sorry, I'm not quite there yet. Paragraph 8, my apologies. Paragraph 8, the applicant should be able to demonstrate to the satisfaction of the Secretary of State that all reasonable alternatives to compulsory acquisition, including modifications to the scheme, has been explored. The applicant will also need to demonstrate that the proposed interference with the rights of those with an interest in the land is for a legitimate purpose is necessary and proportionate. And then if I can skip 9 and go to 10, the Secretary of State must ultimately be persuaded that the purposes for which the order authorises the compulsory acquisition of land are legitimate and sufficient to justify interfering with the human rights of those with an interest in the land affected. And then there's a reference to Article 1 of the Convention. Yeah,
Yes.
so, compelling case, justification for interference with the human rights of those with an interest in the land, all that's got to be demonstrated if these compulsory powers are to be confirmed.
Correct.
Right. Paragraph 9, the applicant must have a clear idea of how they intend to use the land which is proposed to acquire. They should also be able to demonstrate that there's a reasonable prospect of the requisite funds for acquisition becoming available. Before I just ask you about that, look at paragraph 17 and 18, because you see those deal with resource indications. Yes?
Yes.
Any application authorised to provide must be coming by state how it will be funded. This statement should provide much information possible about the resource indications of acquiring the land and implementing the project for which the land is required. And then I won't read the rest. 18 is about timing of availability of funding and so on. I won't read the whole of that out. So it will have to be demonstrated, won't it, if these compulsory powers are to be confirmed, that funding for that both land acquisition and to implement the project is or will be available. Correct?
Yes.
And that information, we heard from Mr. Yerrell yesterday, is something that will come with the PCL application.
Absolutely, yes.
It's not currently in the public domain.
No.
Is it? No.
Correct.
Okay, good. Right, paragraphs 13 and 14. This is under compelling case. Let's return to that for a moment. 13. For this condition to be met, the Secretary of State needs to be persuaded that there's compelling evidence that the public benefits that would be derived from the compulsory acquisition will outweigh the private loss that will be suffered by those whose land is to be acquired. And then 14, in determining where the balance of public interest lies, the Secretary of State will weigh up the public benefits of the scheme or bring against any private loss to those affected by compulsory acquisition. So that's the question, isn't it? Do the public benefits outweigh the private loss?
Yes.
But there's another aspect which may need to be considered, indeed will need to be considered in this case, that is the public benefits that might be derived from any alternative proposal to River Oaks proposal. Is that correct? That's something that will have to be considered.
I'm not sure it's alternatives in that sense. I think it's alternatives to the scheme that the original applicants are putting forward. So alternatives to River Oaks proposals for an airport at Manston, I think, is what needs to be considered.
Well, you cannot possibly be seriously suggesting, I'm sure you're not, that if the appellants bring forward an alternative in the form, let us say, because it's already in the public domain of their planning application, that it won't be relevant for the determining authority to consider the public benefits that might be derived from that alternative proposal.
It's relevant in the sense that it needs to be assessed against the relevant development plan policies. So when you're talking about the Stonehill Park application and how that is to be determined, that's the measure. It's quite unconnected to the whole CPO process, I think.
I've obviously put the question very badly. If the appellants object to the development consent order, and in particular the confirmed compulsory powers on a number of grounds, including the ground that their bring equal or greater public benefits as compared with River Oak's proposal, that will be a relevant matter for the Secretary of State to consider, won't it?
That will be, yes,
Good.
in that sense, the way you worded it,
Good
correct.
question badly, we'll agree. Paragraph 19, I think finally on this particular document, not suggesting for a moment that this is going to be decisive, but in paragraph 19, having said you can get significant controversy about these major infrastructure projects, it will be helpful for applicants to be able to demonstrate that their application is firmly rooted in any relevant national policy statement. I mean, the airport's national policy statement is in draft at the moment, but it won't have that advantage, will it? That it's firmly rooted in the national policy statement.
The draft national policy statement on airports does not specifically relate to Manston or refer to Manston, so no, it's not particularly.
I mean, I think just to be fair, when you say the inspector doesn't get the wrong idea, it really is only about Heathrow's third runway.
No, I don't agree with that. I think there is some information, and I put it in my rebuttal, about what else that document says about other airports that are not related to Heathrow, and how they will be determined in light of the draft NPS.
Yeah, but there's no specific. Again, probably my fault. There's no specific provision for any in relation to any other particular airport in the draft NPS.
No, there's no specific reference to another airport. No, correct.
Anyway, we agree that all those things will have to be considered by the decision maker at the DCO stage. That's fine. Now, that's not all, is it, by any stretch of the imagination, in terms of what will have to be considered by the decision maker at the DCO stage. The decision maker will have to consider the extent to which the application, your client's promised application, complies with national and local planning policy. That will be a consideration. National aviation policy.
Yes, correct.
Also, these matters will have to be addressed and considered, won't they? The acceptability of the proposals in environmental terms.
Correct.
Air quality, visual impact, and indeed all the rest of it, and that's covered in the scoping report.
Agreed, yes, correct.
Okay, and there's going to have to be, obviously, in the environmental impact assessment process, it's EIA development.
It is,
yes?
correct.
Is there going to be a need for a habitats regulations appropriate assessment, or is that still under review?
I believe we've been advised that there is a need for HRA.
This will be needed. Okay, thank you. And obviously the application will include all the details of the project, new buildings, phasing, and all the rest of it. Is that fair?
Yes, as far as we choose to define it, yes.
Okay. And of course, most of that material, and obviously we've got some information about the project, certainly, and indeed some drawings. But most of that information, environmental impacts and so on, particularly, is not yet in the public domain, is it?
No.
No.
Neither does it need to be at this stage, I would say.
No, it doesn't need to be, no. Absolutely. But it has a significance, which I'll come to. Another thing that's going to have to be dealt with and considered by the decision-making and DCO process is the broader question, if you like, of the likelihood of the project being delivered. Agreed?
Yes, there needs to be evidence.
Well, that's a relevant matter.
Yes.
And there'll have to be evidence about that. And that, as we've already agreed, will include consideration of sources of funding.
Yes.
And whether the project is viable and therefore whether it's likely to be delivered if consent is granted.
Yes, that will be a test, yeah.
And that will involve consideration of River Oak's forthcoming business plan. Is that true?
Yes.
And the assumptions underlying it and whether those are realistic.
Yes.
That will have to be considered. Now, in the light of all of that, I'm sure we can readily agree that this inspector prejudge the likely outcome of that process.
Agreed. However, I would say that the role for the inspector in this inquiry is to consider whether there is a reasonable prospect of Manston reopening in the sense of the weight that should be attached to the development plan policies.
Well, we'll come to that. I'm not sure there's a great deal of disagreement between us about it, funny enough, but I'll come to that as far as I think it's necessary to do so. But well, I'll leave that for the moment. He can't either, nor should he, obviously, try to prejudge the likely outcome of the local plan process.
Absolutely not. No, agreed.
And the AVIA report, for example, is relevant to that.
It is, yes.
I'll come back to that briefly in a moment. Nor, to complete the things, you can or should he make any attempt to prejudge the likely outcome of the appellant's own planning application for comprehensive redevelopment of the site for housing and commercial purposes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Agreed. All right, there we are. That's helpful. Now, these four appeals, what I suggest is it simply isn't possible for him at the present time to reach any firm conclusion on how likely it is that either project will proceed.
Well, that's not his role, no, so...
Okay, thank you. And just so you understand the basis on which I'm putting that, the material well, this is a slightly separate point from the ones I was putting to you earlier. I mean, a certain amount of material has been submitted, hasn't it, to this inquiry through Mr. Yerrell, Mr. Kane, Dr. Dixon. In the main, not exclusively, but in the main, in response to the AVIA Solutions report. Is that
yes,
correct?
that's a key component of the
evidence. That response has not obviously yet self-evidently been incorporated in the DCO application.
No, correct, it hasn't.
We learned from Mr. Yerrell yesterday, didn't we, that indeed it's likely to be rather more, I can't remember the words he used, in greater depth, but there's going to be, that material's likely to be worked up in greater depth for the purposes of it containing more detail for the purposes of the DCO application.
Yeah.
It hasn't been consulted on yet, has it?
The AVIA report, no.
No, indeed, you're perfectly right to point out, but all the material that's been submitted by River Oak in response through the evidence to this inquiry, there's been no consultation on it.
There isn't, no.
But there will be when the DCO application's made.
There will, and there will be a consideration by the inspector as part of this inquiry as well, I would say.
Well, that's a matter for submission, perhaps, and no doubt it is certainly, but what he does with it is another matter. But none of that material, and I include AVIA, but also the material that has been submitted to this inquiry, hasn't been tested either, has it?
No, not in the public domain.
No,
So
indeed. That's for another occasion, isn't it?
it is, yes, not the DCO. Yeah.
And of course that material only deals with part. I don't know how big a part, it doesn't matter, but as we've agreed, that material that has been put into this inquiry only deals in part of the picture. Other parts like the EIA, HRA are not yet available.
Not yet available, no.
Correct. All right. I said I just wanted to touch on AVIA. Actually, can you take in hand Miss Hornsby's opening submission speech with his inquiry document 3? Inquiry document 3, that's right. Every chance I've got the wrong number. that, then there would be absolutely no purpose in testing it, would there? Do you agree with me?
I do to an extent, but we've obviously, well, no, I mean, I think what we need to remind ourselves is that we've put some considerable evidence to this inquiry that leads us to that conclusion, and we stand by that. So,
you think, I readily accept that you collectively on the other side of the room, every single one of you, lots of you as there are, no doubt thinks that the AV solution report is not sound.
yes.
If you accept, as you must, that it has to be tested, as does the evidence that may be brought in opposition to it by Rivero, has to be tested through a statutory process, and you cannot possibly conclude at this stage or proceed on the basis that there's no doubt that it will be found wanting. You simply can't do that, can you? It's not right.
I think we're entitled to have our opinion, and we've expressed that in this inquiry.
All right, it's just your opinion.
Well, it's our team's opinion. We have the evidence
Well, I'm
that's
only
been
asking about your
submitted.
evidence. I probably shouldn't have brought in your team, but it's your team's opinion and your opinion that AV are wrong.
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm happy to proceed on that basis. But you accept there's a role for testing.
I accept there's a role for testing, absolutely.
All right. And it's not going to be just the local plan process, is it? It's the DCO process too, where these matters, it seems, are likely to be in dispute.
Yes.
And when I say these matters, I mean demand, forecasts, and everything else that's covered in the AV report and in the evidence that's been put in with the
Yes.
inquiry response.
All
All right.
right.
Yes. Good. Okay, thanks very much. Now, I'll find where I was in my notes. Right, sorry about the pause. Can I go to the National Planning Policy Framework at TV 11.1, please? TV 11.1 NPPS. Gather around these questions. Recognise things. I'll come to development plan policy in a minute, but let's just go to paragraph 22. Under the heading delivering sustainable development. 1, building a strong competitive economy. Those are the headings.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Paragraph 22. Now, I'm not going to, forgive me, but I'm not going to argue with you about whether there's a reasonable prospect or not on the evidence of the site being reused for aviation. I'll make submissions about it. As you know, we accept that it can't be ruled out.
Yes.
And we're proceeding on that basis. Let's just start for the purpose of this question, assume there is a reasonable prospect of the site being reused for aviation.
Yes.
The question under paragraph 22 is it not, whether allowing the appeals, the question that arises in this case, obviously is what I mean, even if there is a reasonable prospect of the site being reused for aviation purposes, then the question is, isn't it, whether allowing the appeals would fail to protect that prospect, because this paragraph is all about protection.
Yes, it is about protection, I agree, yes.
Okay, good. Which means that, and we accept this has to be done anyway, one needs to look at whether the potential reuse of the site as an airport would be materially prejudiced or compromised by the reuse of these 4 appeals. I mean, that's what you have to ask yourself.
No, I don't think that's what we're asking ourselves. I think what we have to ask ourselves is whether these appeal proposals can comply with the development plan policy. I think that's the starting point.
No, I'm not asking you about section 38.6 or the development plan. I'm just asking you about paragraph 22. Forgive me. I know that's your position. That's fine. I can deal with that. But I'm just asking about, if we just look at paragraph 22. Am I right? And I certainly submit that this is the position. Even if it's decided there is a reasonable prospect, then the question is whether the appeal proposals would prejudice
how I read paragraph 22. I don't think there's anything there that suggests about measuring prejudicial harm or anything of that nature. I don't think that's the intention. Protection means securing or safeguarding land if it is needed for a purpose that it's intended. So
how is land not safe that might be needed if a use of it is proposed or part of it is proposed? That would not in fact prejudice. I know you say it would prejudice, but if it wouldn't prejudice that longer term prospect, in this case of a reuse of the land as an airport, how on earth can it fail can a branch and planning commission fail to protect it? It's a very simple point. That would be my submission.
I don't
tell me.
I don't think I agree with that. I think the purpose of protecting land, as we've explained previously, is in the public interest. That's the role of planning to do that. So the fact that it's being protected for a particular use recognises that that use is needed, that there's a reason to safeguard the land and protect it for that purpose. So if we're talking about alternative uses, then the way that paragraph 22 in the NPPF sets out is that, especially in relation to employment uses or employment land and alternative uses for that land, it says it's got to be treated on its merits and have regard to market signals, relative need for different land uses to support sustainable local communities. So I don't think there is any prejudicial measure suggested by that paragraph at all.
We know that the Spanish District Council, though the Planning Authority now don't object to the appeal application, I'm not going to ask you about their position, which they stated. But Kent County Council, I just would like to pick up what their position is about Manston. So the inspector knows that. And for this purpose, you need see the 18.3. So the 18.3. We were in the CD 18 a moment ago, just so you may have it handy. It was the planning, it was the CPO guidance, so it's a couple of tabs before. And it's called, it's March 2015, so it's a bit old actually. But I'm not aware of any change in their position. No doubt you'll tell me if there is.
Yes, no, I'm not aware of any change in their
Oh, right,
position.
well, thank you. March 2015, Manston Airport under private ownership of storage date and future prospects. Position statement published by Kent County Council. You see that?
I do.
So we know what the document is. Right, turn to page 9, please. What do we know about River Road and its proposal for a CPO? And the various things are said. Mr. Freudman is mentioned. We hear about River Road Investment Corporation LLC, which is no longer on the scene. We've heard that from Mr. Yell. True. Second paragraph, is that correct?
Yes.
So we don't want to worry about Mr. Stephen Bernard. I don't think. Mr. Yarrow himself is mentioned, or he's still involved. And then on the right-hand side, there's a mention of the CPO process, or rather abortive attempt to persuade the Spanish District Council to enter into an indemnity agreement, and that's been dealt with in evidence already. I'm not going to ask about that. So that just sets the context. And there's more material of a similar kind setting out the background on page 10, but there's nothing I think I particularly want to draw attention to. Yeah?
Yep.
Then on page 11 we have what we know about Discovery Park directors. The new owners of Manston, Chris Musgrave and Trevor Carter, of course they acquired the site from Alan Blow, yes?
No.
I didn't say that.
Well, we'll deal with that in evidence later on. The new owners of Manston, Chris Musgrave and Trevor Carter, I noticed that. Chris Musgrave and Trevor Carter have a strong record in taking over large difficult sites owned by further use and regenerating and create jobs and bring economic benefit to the wider area. I will touch on that with my report. But anyway, there's some material about Discovery Park, which it's not particularly important what it actually says. If we can go to page 12, conclusions, which is where really we find the position of Kent County Council, mention is made in the second paragraph of losses over 16 years. The objective of now there will be to make sure we have only exciting things on site, land's not left abandoned.
document, I'm not aware of any.
No, right. That's what I wanted to check. While we're on local authorities, I was going to do this later, I'll do it now. Can we just pick up that Dover District Council document that, that your side submitted earlier, the inquiry document 9? Yeah?
Yes.
And this actually hasn't been considered by Dover District Council yet, has it?
It hasn't, 20th of March.
It's next Monday, so we don't know whether Cabinet will agree with this or not, or do something slightly different.
We don't know.
In fact, we don't know yet. If we, there's actually, I think there's only one point I want to pick up. The page, it looks like page 91 at the bottom. Have you got that?
Yes.
Issue 2 Manston Airport. Clearly, the future Manston Airport is strategic for families to defend the potentially wider area. Regrettable that the has entered into collaborative dialogue with Dover. It's policy SPO 5. They say what it says. That's the draft policy. And they then 114. The reference is made, isn't it, to the appellant's comprehensive planning application. That's the end of the term. Yeah?
Yes.
And then it says DDC objects to this particular planning application on the grounds that it represents a departure from the plan. But it hasn't, has it, Dover District Council objected to the appeal application?
No, it hasn't.
No. All right. That was all I wanted to ask about that. Right. No. So that's that. Now let's go to development plan. CD 12.1. CD 12.1, page 27. Yes, that's the Thanet Local Plan 2006. Now the bit about Manston starts on page 27, doesn't it?
It does.
And obviously I'm not going to take it all in paragraphs, but the text and the policies were written and adopted, weren't they, at a time when the airport was still operational.
They were.
If we look at 260 to 262, that's obviously not reading all out on page 29.
Yep.
The council level, which is set out to be how Manston will develop in the planned period, so that's actually a market opportunity given the forecast of growth in air travel. That's 261. 262 vision statement could be handling 10 million passengers per annum by 2020, but the local plan, you see in the middle, however, this local plan only sets policy until 2011.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's the facts of the matter, except obviously the EC4 is the same policy. But the plan was only looking to 2011, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Yeah. And where it says in 264, the council has every confidence that the airport will be successful in attracting substantial numbers of passengers and substantial tonnage of air freight. The only real question is how long is it going to take to happen? And then, if I may, 265 as well. By 2011, therefore, 265, the council's fifth line takes the position, are you with me, that it should
Yes.
plan for 1 million passengers and 250,000 tonnes of freight per annum by the end of the planned period. That's why I say by 2011, but we're going to review the situation. I mean, for whatever reason, that people might think unfortunately, but as a matter of fact didn't happen, did it?
It didn't happen.
No. And policy EC2 I don't know need to ask you about, but let's look at policy EC4. Go to page 34. Now it's in the airside development area, this is a particular plan, isn't it?
It is.
And let's just remind ourselves
was in operation when the policy was prepared, yes.
Yes. But I'm right. Sorry, I'm not sure if you're agreeing or disagreeing with the question. What I'm putting to you, the context of those paragraphs in that policy was that there was an operational airport at the time, and there were aspirations set out in the plan for it to expand.
I think the context for those paragraphs was on the assumption that, or on the basis that there was evidence to demonstrate that the airport would be growing in the future, and so therefore there was need to protect the land for aviation uses. And I think that's set out in the paragraph that you read out in terms of the need for the review, etc. There was obviously a very cautious approach taken by Thanet District Council in terms of what is assumed for this particular local plan period. They took a cautious approach. The review was intended to review that, see how things are going. But I think there was no doubt that when obviously EC4 was set, that there was a recognition that the airport would be growing.
Well, there was an aspiration which was based on no doubt on evidence that it would grow.
Well, I'm not sure it's an aspiration. I think it recognised the evidence that it had available at the time, which was obviously the difference in growth figures.
Yes, but I accept it's probably not a very good. When we've seen 265, that the council takes a position that it should plan for 1 million passengers and 250,000 tonnes of freight planned by the end of the plan period.
Yes.
And that was the basis for these policies. That both plan.
Yes, but I think it's important to go to the previous paragraph, so 264, where it talks about throughput varying between 500,000 passengers and 5 million passengers per annum by 2011. So it's obvious that there were different estimates in terms of throughput, and so the local authority took a cautious approach and then suggested something that wasn't exactly mid-range, it was near the lower end of that scale.
No,
but
we don't disagree. I mean, the point is there was an operational airport, and there was an expectation, perhaps a better aspiration, that it
yes,
would grow.
That's right.
Not sure by how much, but
it would be growing, and there's an expectation. Correct, I'd agree with that.
And we know that it's 6 years since the plan expired. A number of its policies have been saved, including EC4.
Correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The airport closed in May 2014, didn't it?
It did.
I mean, that was not only after the plan was adopted, but also after the policies were saved. I think the policies were saved in 2009.
Yes, that's right, yes.
Yeah, okay. If you look at the policy, it says airside development area. The land of the airport is identified in the proposal map is reserved for airside development. You should be, as a matter of fact, as of today, there is no airside, is there? You can laugh.
No, well, it depends.
Question, isn't it?
It depends on how you define airside, and I'm sure if you ask any number of aviation professionals, they will all define it in a slightly different way. I would go to, there are points 1 to 4 in relation to paragraph 274. There are descriptions there, but I don't think that's exclusive to it. I think airside is defined as the policy says, and as paragraph 274 says, as land north of the runway. So that is the airside development area, reserved for airside development.
We know what it is physically. I'm not just obviously we can give a copy of the proposal map, which I've looked at on the screen. We know what area of land the policy relates
Yep.
to. There's no doubt about that.
Okay.
What I'm putting to you is, as a matter of fact, because the airport is closed, as of today, there isn't anything that can sensibly be described as airside. Or that actually that's badly put. There is no airside. That's what I'm putting to you. We know the area of land. We know the area of land to which the policy relates. We're in agreement that some weight needs to be attached to policy.
Yes.
Okay? But there isn't any airside, is there?
Well, there's an area that is called airside. That's what I'm saying. If you're saying that there are no airside operations at the moment, then I might be able to concede that point. But there is airside.
There are no airside operations, and there are no, at the moment, as a matter of fact, there are none of the restrictions in force that would apply if the site had a CAA licence, and there was an operational airside. That's probably a better way of putting it. That's correct.
Yeah, there's no operational airside.
There's no operational airside, and I'm right that none of the restrictions, therefore, that would be in force in relation to land that is airside at any airport are applicable as of today.
In the sense of the fact there is no CAA licence, no, there are no restrictions in that sense.
Right. I'm going to have to put this to you, and then you can answer, and I'll move on. But what I shall be submitting, and I want to give you the chance to comment on this, suggest in the circumstances as they are now that the plan looked to 2011 and expired in 2011. That the policies were saved, that since then, as a matter of fact, the airport is closed and there's no operational airside anymore. To suggest, as you do, I think that full weight should be attached to policy E4 is frankly hopelessly unrealistic. I should say in my statement.
Okay.
And I have your chance to respond. Perhaps you agree?
No, I don't.
You see, the problem is you say full weight, you see.
Yes.
And I suggest in the light of that there are other circumstances too that we rely on. Those are the main ones. I mean, take the unrealistic to say full weight attaches to the policy. Is it just because of paragraph 22 of the MPPF point, or what?
No, I think we've got to look at what the objectives of policy EC4 are, and I maintain the objective is to safeguard land at the airport for aviation uses. To continue with that safeguarding, which is obviously what's happened in saving that policy, there needs to be a consideration as to whether there is a realistic prospect of that airport being operated as an airport. So the fact that it's closed, I don't think carries any weight contrary to what we're suggesting in terms of EC4. And I think we've put to the inspector that there is adequate evidence in terms of River Oak proposal that there is a realistic prospect of that airport reopening, in which case the advice in the MPPF is that land needs to be continued to be safeguarded. So there's definitely no 33 in the MPPF, and then 5.8 in the APF, which mirrors what's said in the MPPF.
But you say the purpose of the policy is to safeguard. Aren't we back to what safeguarding or protection, to use the word in paragraph 22 of the MPF, means? I mean, if you're going to do something that is going to enable the airport anyway to reopen as an airport, if that's what's decided, then you're safeguarding it.
Yes, but the question is,
you've been advising Gatwick Airport, haven't you?
Yes.
Have you advised them ever on any of their development proposals that have been put forward on their second land safeguarded for their second runway?
Sorry, can you repeat that? Have I been
any of the advising? Have you ever been involved in advising Gatwick Airport on any development proposals by third parties that would have affected or directly or indirectly the land that's been safeguarded for many years?
I haven't. No, not third party.
Well, I can't ask you about that in that case. But I mean, again, just to close this off, protection, safeguarding, and you need to have the opportunity to comment on this. You've already done so, really. But my submission would be that means you've got to look to see whether the possible reuse of the Manston as an airfield will be prejudiced or compromised if planning permission was granted, in this case, the appeal proposals. That's really the question that has to be asked. If it wouldn't prejudice it, then you're not failing to protect or safeguard.
I suppose the other way you could ask it is there any benefit from alternative proposals that would outweigh the main benefits of protecting that land? And I would say that there aren't any in the case of the appeal proposals.
Well, there we are. I've made my you've attempted to answer the question. I'm grateful to you. I don't have any complaints about that. I didn't agree with the answer. Now, just moving on to the emerging local plan. I mean, I don't think we need to go to this, but the January 2015 third option version of SPA 5 can't be given any weight at all. It doesn't actually exist anymore.
Well, I don't agree that it doesn't exist. It does exist. It's been consulted upon.
All right, CD 13.1. Page 32 is the version of SPO5 that was in the January 15 preferred options document.
Yep.
That's what this is. Yeah?
Yep.
Here, of course, 13.1. 13.1. January 15.
Yes.
What are you saying about the weight that should be attached to that?
I'd say there was very little weight, some weight ought to be attached to it, but very little.
I mean, the council, albeit for reasons that you say misconceived, was abandoned.
Its approach to SP05 has changed, yes.
Okay. Well, we probably don't need to get any further with that. We better just look at the new SPO5, which has not been consulted on yet, has it?
It's a consultation at the moment. It is.
I mean, the consultation bit hasn't, I think the consultation period ends
Friday.
this month, yes.
It's Friday, yep.
Okay, well, it's under consultation, results up to the moment. 13.5. In mine, that's the second volume, CD 13. Have you got 13.5? Report to the 21st of November 2016 overview and scrutiny committee plus meeting.
Two volumes.
Well, in my version it's 3. What do you think? I mean,
I had a series of folders provided with nothing to indicate what they were.
is that, yeah, no, ignore that.
Ignore that.
Ignore that entirely.
It seems that I've got 13, CD 13, which has, on my version, has 2 tabs.
You need the next, you need at least the next volume, if not the one after that.
I've got a tab volume. I've got one volume 13, I think, and then I go on to volume 14, which is loads of high level.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. No, I'm actually looking at 13.5 report to the 21st and then, the inspector, 13.6 is the revision. I was going to look at the report.
I don't seem to have that document. As I say, I've only got one volume for 13, and then I've got 2 volumes. I don't know if I should be supplied with that.
13 is, yeah, okay, this one. Late.
Okay, so
I'm very sorry about that. Perhaps we can try and sort that out a bit later on.
I did recall that there, and maybe this is something I should have clarified at the start, that there were a number of core documents that were put in right at the last minute. Would that be one of these, or?
No, that was CD 18.1. That was the appendices to the Air Force Commission's interim report. That was put in at the last minute.
Right.
Not this. I mean, unless the thing I told you to cast aside immediately.
Well, I've got a series of folders, I have to say.
Well, can we look through it later
We can.
and try and sort out what you've got and see if we haven't got it? Shall we move on?